And I want to introduce James from Able Arts Work, Long Beach. I've worked with James for many years now, doing zine clubs at various branches within various regions, also Zine Fest, such as LA, participating, Long Beach, and doing zine workshops in local LA Unified School District school library. So I'm so excited to hear what is going on with zines in your work life, personal life, art life. I know you do art on walls collaboratively as well, murals. So let us know everything that's going on art wise, zine wise, anything. You're our featured zine maker today. Thanks so much for joining us again. I think the last time we had you here officially was 2012. I mean 2022, maybe 3 years ago. So take it away, Jay.
Unmuted. All right, thank you. Thank you for the introduction, and glad to be back at the Zine Club. Yeah, I'm with Able Arts Work, and I'm also an artist on my own too. Like Ziba mentioned, I do murals, my own drawings and paintings, as well as a zine here and there. Um, the with Able Arts Work, I coordinate our community workshops program. So been lucky enough to work with Zeba on the Zine Fest that she mentioned, as well as we went over to Dorsey High School. We went to Ortho High School too, right? Yeah, and been able to spread some zine knowledge. So that has been very cool. And yeah, I guess to tell you more about our organization and our program, give you a little background. The organization Able Arts Work, it started out as a organization to bring arts to adults with developmental disabilities. So we started actually 42 years ago, almost 43 years ago, that we our organization was we're doing like arts therapy, and we have music and programs as well. So that's something we still do. That's the core of this organization, is working with having our day programs in Long Beach and in the South Bay and Hawthorne. We have those programs for adults with developmental disabilities. Really great art programs there, and I'll be able to show you some of the zines that they've made and that those artists have made in those programs. We also have the community arts programs, which are what I'm a part of. So I coordinate all of our community workshops. So we have different partners throughout the community with libraries, work with the several LA public libraries, Anaheim Library, number of libraries we work with, as well as parks, different museums. We actually have a zine workshop every month at CAM, California African American Museum, over there in Exposition Park. So we'll actually be there this Saturday. So I guess, yeah, I should give the announcements. So be on the lookout for us if you want to join a zine workshop. We'll be there. We usually do our workshops in coordination with like the exhibits that are up at CAM. So let's see. So we'll be doing a Black History Month workshop this Saturday. Let me look up the time for you, for anyone that's interested, or if you want to pass on the word, it'll be at 2 o'clock. So yeah, we're regularly there. We worked with a number of partners in like schools too. We've been to Jordan High School and different schools around in Long Beach and LA. And we even worked with the health department of Long Beach too, which was really cool. So actually have something I'll show you from that, working with them. Um,
Did you ever
let's
go do a zine workshop at Long Beach Poly High School?
No, we haven't been there yet.
That's my
So,
alma mater, class of 2000. Go
oh,
Jackrabbits.
yeah, I always pass by them all the time. While going through as I travel through Long Beach. So yeah, one of these days, hopefully we can be over there. And yeah, oh, and we in our workshop, zines is part of our workshops programs, but we do different arts workshops. Like we're doing mural workshops. We just finished one at Jordan High School. We've also been to work with like alternative high schools like Learn for Life High School. We've also we have printmaking and all sorts of other fun arts workshops and music ones too. But zines is a special one. We actually have a whole zine collection that we've accumulated over the past years. The zine collection comes from uh, some of the student work zines that have been made in our programs and our community in our workshops. We have zines from our program artists that's the day programs, as well as donations that have been generously given to us to help us with our zine collection. And then also been able to purchase some zines too. Sometimes when we go to the Zine Fest. And all these the main purpose of our collection is just to educate people and introduce them to zines and to use them in our workshops too. It's really inspiring for people to see um, and handle all the different types of zines that the great variety of zines that there are out there. So yeah, it's always great to have our examples. I'm gonna show you. We're going on a field trip real quick. I'll show you our zine collection. Right now we're in our gallery. So this is this is it for art space here. This is your sneak preview of our newest show. It's going to be opening this Friday. It's a show based off of collage. So a lot of artists sent in their collage work for display. But here is our zine section. So this is just a section of our zines that we have on display. We always rotate it. Um, we're lucky enough to have a pretty large zine collection now. So we're always like rotating it so people can always see something new. So stop by our gallery at 4321 Atlantic Avenue in Long Beach, Bisbee Knolls. And you can always check out what's new with our zines. And yeah, like I said, they're always a big help with yeah, like educating people about zines. So we have a pretty big range of different types of zines that we have. Um, let me see. I think I guess I can show you some examples. Um, one I want to show you. I'll show you. I'll start out with some of the zines that's been made in our programs, our day programs. So we have some zines that are made by groups. So this one is our pro we had a program in the South Bay. It was called Sika. So they made this photography and collage based, like digital collage based zine. Just about creativity. So there's one of the artists to it's on our cover. You can see let creativity lead the way. Gather materials. All colors are welcome. Some of the ethos, embrace the mess when you're making artwork. And the reflection process is important, allows for um, edits to improve the quality of the art. And then something important for us to friendships using art to as a way of like building up social emotional learning. And we also have individual ones that were made by different individuals. Like this was a one done by a past artist in our program. Her name was Suzanne Dope, and it's just based off of her sketchbook pages. And she used to she would do like these different sketches, and then this was paired with some of her writings too. So here she says, "No family, let you, no peace. I'm feel I'm alone, by myself. I don't be alone here. They make fun of me. I cry all the time. I don't feel love here at all. I'm sorry, Suzanne Dope." So some we tend to have I think some of our writing would tend to have like a melancholy point of view. Some of it's like I don't I don't love you. I really do. Don't look at me anymore. Don't look at me. And it's kind of written around one of her drawings that she would do, or that she had in her sketchbook. And then this also reflected some of the personal loss she experienced too. She was a visual artist and a writer. We also have this one is by Matthew Campano. Yeah. He's a very prolific uh sketcher and drawer. He's constantly drawing lots of kind of like things that are designed, or he'll draw different kinds of like characters. He has a very incredible memory. He has a zine that he was able to draw very detailed like Disney characters. He actually did one during one of our Zine Fests. He attended our Hyde Park Zine Fest last year, and he drew out a zine of Disney, about Disneyland and Disney. So he drew out Disney characters, and he drew out Disney himself, Walt Disney, and he was able to do this. Like he didn't look at any kind of reference, but he has very good memory for characters and things that are from pop culture too. This is a little different from that kind of stuff that he normally draws, but this is just basically a you know a visual story of plant sunflowers being planted. Um, Here are some of his zines. His pictures are actually in this one too, so I can show you. This is a zine that we have. Is a very long zine, accordion zine, and we call it the Great Big Transportation Zine. This was a community one, so people, uh, we had a few workshops throughout Long Beach, and we also invited submissions too. So these are all from people who were in Long Beach visiting, or lived in Long Beach, but they all did their takes on transportation. And on the cover is one of Matthew Campano's drawings. But people contributed collages. Um, People of all ages. There is here's some yeah, you see Matthew's style too. He actually did kind of came in and added just a whole section of transportation drawings. But some were kids who did these drawings. All sorts of transportation, even a firework rocket. I'm sure you could take that somewhere. Hoverball, a great way to move around town. Um, there was a senior groups that contributed. I think some of these collages was from the senior group at the or some participants from the senior center at the Expo Arts building in Long Beach. You see the building that I'm in. Um, and just yeah, all sorts of takes on transportation. Maybe some that people like just to cut out of transportation, or some that were more invented. I think this was a submarine. And this is a very long zine. Oh yeah, of course, the hot air balloon and a scooter with oh yeah, there are notes on the scooter stand too. But yeah, there were lots of, even there's even I think at the end people put like your feet. Of course, you can always walk around if you need to transport yourself, if that works for you, or paddle boating, biking. But this is all like one continuous zine, so you can see this is probably about, this is a little shy of 20 feet long. I think it's about 17 or 18 feet of zine right here.
Is it glued or how do you keep it? How is it so long or
It was all yeah, glued pieces. Let me see if you can see. This one's kind of open a little bit, but they're all pieces that kind of fit into each other like that.
oh,
And we just kept adding it as people send in submissions to our zine. And so that was like a community project. Which is the one with the that I mentioned earlier with the health department. This is an example of one of them. The health department wanted to do zine workshops around this is with the Long Beach Health Department. They want to do zine workshops around the community to see if to kind of get, instead of just like numerical data, to get qualitative data about people's experiences of COVID, and and just the response, and what was their relation to how local government was responding to it, and what resources that they need. So this is one of the zines that was made in our workshops, and it was, we had different themes for people to kind of latch on to reflect on those things, but people were also free to deviate as they needed to, and as they pleased. But there were a lot of interesting zines that people were making too, and it was a very interesting opportunity just to see how people would express themselves about these things that they might not have really it's just a different way of expressing what they went through. So something different things might have come up. Like here's kind of almost like a roundup of just all the things that just going through during that time period. And this one. They had like their stay healthy, and then they had this written part. COVID started when I was 9, so this was this was a kid that happened to be in one of the workshops. He actually didn't even sign up for the workshop. He happened to be passing by and saw that we were doing zines, so he just stopped in and joined. But he said COVID started when he was 9, but still I'm missing that. Everything was on TV. I mean everything. Like there was school online, there was shopping online, talking to friends and not on TV, sorry, on the computer screen, but talking to friends and family was online. But some pros were that we had more family time, becoming more and more close. But the question is, why did COVID happen and how? Dear Kiara, Dear Kiara, Monday, April 17th, 2023. And some of them people talked about like their losses during like family members who they lost in their zines. They talked about the difficulty of being able to access information or anything particular that they experienced with uh, um, even trying to get supplies. And it was when they all were put together, that it was an interesting yeah, like the voices of the city of Long Beach. And we were doing these zine workshops mostly with groups that were uh, um, most prone or most like susceptible to all the things that didn't work with COVID and the who are vulnerable populations. So these were senior groups. There were groups of people with disabilities and yeah, in different communities throughout Long Beach. Um, let's see. I'll show you it's another view too. This is one more about our organization, but from a different or from our organization. So this is kind of from a different view, and this is actually from an intern that made this zine some years ago, maybe maybe like in 2018 or something. Oh, maybe it has the date on here. Yeah, it is. Yes, summer 2018. So this one's called I built this chair with my bare hands, a zine made with a Microsoft Word template, clip art, and pictures from my phone. So there's that chair. And she just kind of put things that she was like noticing and stuff from her experience being she was one of the Getty interns in our organization. So starts out, hello, my name is Kate Kyla Rivera. I work at Able Arts Work in Long Beach. I'm reaching out to you today to inquire about follow up and repeat. So those are like the constant emails that she would have to send. And the people, business casual dress codes, conference rooms really bring everyone together. And this is in our old building, so always freezing. She called it Russian winters have no fury like the air conditioner in an office space in the middle of the summer. So she was helping out with our archive artwork and organizing. And here you see, as you can see, a mess. It was very messy at the unorganized at the time. A lost soul yearns to be free. Kind of our commentary on and beware of fragile sharps and stuff everywhere. And the new, oh yeah, these are the shells she helped build. And here's some things, highlights things that she liked in the office, like This piece hanging on the wall in front of my desk at the archive room. Very cool. This colorful masterpiece in relation to this heart cut out of velvety paper. This is by Sergio Paniagua. He goes by Maiden and made that artwork. And then this poster from an event I didn't attend, but I liked it so much. I bought a t-shirt with a design on it and a collage that I wish was a t-shirt. And the things that resonated with her. Um, Set these friends on Jason's desk. Jason was a previous coordinator of our gallery and exhibits program. A knitted gourd, this presumably having formerly contained chocolate pinned to a cork board. That's where, oh yeah, there we go. This Power Rangers mask with the flower crown. Uh, an is it the anxious boys that are her kinfolk? Sunset artwork. And it's representation of what's going on in my cowboy loving brain at all times. A little closer, you can see. And then her favorite painting in the collection, this large abstract painting right here. This one's by Dennis Lauterwasser. And her acknowledgments of thanks to Jason. He's again, that's the former exhibits coordinator who she carpooled with, and she thought that was cool that she let him, that she could carpool with him. Monica, who let her make the zine and funded it being printed, and then everyone who was nice and said hello in the morning. Yeah, so those are some of the zines that we have just made from all sorts of different sources. We'll also show we have the zines that have been contributed to our like to our collection as well. Like share this one that came from our Hyde Park Zine Fest. Some of you might recognize it by our very own John Dishwasher. And this is a really cool zine that made specially for the Zine Fest at the Hyde Park Zine Fest last year. And these are all photos up and down Florence Boulevard near the library. We call it the Street Gallery. Photos for LAPL's Hyde Park Zine Fest, all captured on West Florence between Fifth and on Western. And I like to touch even the time of day and the weather, cloudy skies and 63 degrees. But really cool photos, lots of cool like composition and abstract design and just little things that show up. Safety first, graffiti over here next to this very safe um protective gate and fencing. And lots of fun details. And like this is like a was a bonnet packaging that somebody slid between these bars. Or it's a tire repair spot by the library. And ends on a strong note with Florence called out. And yeah, letting you know this is just like a cool record of just the area around the library. And it was perfect for our Zine Fest. So thank you for that one. And yeah, what else? Like, oh, I can show you we have another one that we got. I actually got this one from the Oceanside Zine Fest. And this was how to make a scrubby. This is fun because it actually came with the scrubby in question. So this whole zine is about um it says it's the steps that on how to make a scrubby, but it basically ends up being a comic on how this person applied for the Baltimore Zine Comic Con and needed something to sell for it. Casually mentioned that he was looking for an idea and mentioned it to his mom. So she thought, oh, I'll make some scrubbies for you for to go along with this your zine about or like something that you can sell with your merch. And he kind of forgot about it until he showed up at home one day and visiting his parents, and she has 200 of these things. So now he has to make a zine that goes along with the scrubby, which is this one right here, to sell with his 200 different scrubbies. So yeah, this is a pretty fun one. And like it goes with something. Um, what else we have?
Do you have any of the ones you made? I know you're a great artist as well and have some really cool zines.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, actually, I have my old donut one here. I have one I wanted to show you guys, but I think I accidentally there's one that we're working on. I guess I can only describe it. I left it at it got lost in transit or got misplaced, but there's a we're doing a collaborative uh um a collage zine that that we had. So me and another person that works here, her name's Stephanie, and she coordinates our program for it's called the mobile arts program. It's specifically it's kind of like our day programs, but for people who aren't able to come to our day programs. So it might be because of health issues, or it might maybe because of all sorts of different reasons why they might not physically be able to make it leave their home or leave where they're at. So we have that program there to bring uh, arts like instruction and basically one-on-one arts to them. So she does that program. So we were going back and forth and working on this zine that we were sending back and forth for a little bit that I was proud of, but yeah, I ended up dropping out of my the bag that I was bringing for that, unfortunately. But it's around here somewhere, so don't fret. You may see it pop up one of these days. I don't have. Let me see. I think I have a donut zine that I made too. That's a older one. That was actually one of my introductions to making zines too. I made it for the LA Zine Fest in 2018 with a group called Kitty Cult that they that we're all tabling there. I might have to look for that in a second, but yeah. So well, I'll see if I see that one around here in a second. But now I'll show you. Oh, some of the ones that's done by like in our programs for kids too. Like this one's like one of my a favorite of mine. We did this one at Challengers Boys and Girls Club. This was I think there were this was like a fourth. This group were like fourth graders, like third, fourth graders. So they made one girl made this scene. It was Natalie, and it's my life as the ocean. So her view of the ocean, but it's a nice environmental themed one. Says the trash is hurting me and my friends. So the effect of trash on the ocean and a nice band-aid uh collage there. And about the pollution. The pollution kills the plants like coral, and then anemone and plankton. She even has a fun fact that plankton create the bulk of the oxygen in the ocean. And the wonderful part of the ocean is that it's colorful and lovely. And she even has an author's note too on here at the end. She's been inspired by her staff about the ocean, or the staff that work at, I think, at Challengers she's referring to. And she wants to teach people about how to help animals and not hurt them, like putting trash in the ocean or killing animals for skin and horns. And she thanks you for reading the zine. So yeah, the politeness of the youth. Um, yeah, we have different types of zines too. We have some that are sewn together. Some we have uh a few accordion zines, um, different type of binding techniques and folding techniques. Even one, hold on real fast. I'm bring you one from over here. Even kind of like alternative techniques. This one was by Tori Holder, but even just having like this one that has like the scene is in a subway and it opens up like the doors. The back of it is you might be able to see from the that is collaged or kind of layered on here. And of course her story is in here. So these kind of zines are very inspiring to people. Um, this one's Violeta La Poeta, and just thinking about just the materials. This is just cardboard and yarn for our cover here, and it has the story inside, the illustrations, and it actually has and also that the this cover is printed too. So this is like a I don't know if it's a I don't know how they if it's a wood block or it's some sort of a relief print. You might I don't know if you can I'm not sure if you can catch the reflection of the light on the ink, but yeah, just like that relief printed raised like the surface on here is it's pretty interesting. Um yeah, and even like our standard unfolded zines too. There are one page full ones. We have some examples of plenty of examples of those, of course. This is one that we got from an artist in Washington, D.C. Her name's Jessica Valaris. And these zines are actually part of a whole of her whole like body of artwork. She has she has these zines, but she also has games like card games and fabric pieces that are painted on that all kind of are reflected. Let me see. Reflected here. Here's our cover. These are all, yeah, drawn on this cardboard. It's a cardboard type material. But her zines are basically she looks at the history of knowledge that was gained by people who were enslaved, and she kind of looks at like how documents like how knowledge of the land to be able to escape, knowledge of food to be able to create their own gardens. Like they would have like they would call it, like you call it like the truck patch, which was like an area that people would do the farming for who they were working for, and or who they're enslaved by. But then they would also take a separate part. They'd have to try and find places to grow their own food too, to sustain themselves. So they would have like the knowledge that they had to be able to yeah create to farm in those lands and to make their own food as well. So like this one's this zine has, she uses different things of uh um like this says well-being, and this is a line right here that of where being is. So above is well-being, and below is is another part of like well-being. But she uses like a lot of abstraction to describe these different, like going between different states, and things about nature, and rhythm. This one has a remember me written down, and then on the end it has petite maroonage, and petite maroonage refers to ways that people who were enslaved would basically escape for a short amount of time and then come back. So they would go, they know there were certain places that they could go into that they wouldn't be monitored for a certain, or they figured out ways of being unmonitored and basically having a small amount of freedom. It might be having a job to go get something in town, or going to a certain part of the landscape. But basically that's what this refers to. Uh, um, like a, yeah, petite marouge, like a small escape, like, I guess. And but yeah, all of her artwork deals with these, but she gave us a couple of these too. So this was a cool thing to add to our collection. And we actually got some new things that I want to show off to Ziva. You ever seen this?
Who makes those?
These were made like 20 years ago, I think. It was a group of people. It says like at the beginning, it says a description of activists, video nuts, tree huggers, computer geeks, a couple of radical librarians, and some people who were just plain angry, or decided to put together this like a resource for like collect. I still need to get into this too, but they had different, there was different like librarians they're from like the Midwest and Florida, and this is like Ohio, Chicago, or Illinois, somewhere in Illinois too. And they like this one was advice for a young librarian. This is something that's new to our collection, but and it references the Portland Zine Fest. I think that's one of the ways that how the people who put this together knew each other. And we just so happened to have a nice tall zine from the what was it, Portland Zine Symposium back in 2001. So yeah, of course you can see the collage of the drawing, the map, and everything on the cover. They even have Sorry if
Um,
the lighting's kind of making it hard to.
where do you get your zines? Do they mail them to you, or you trade them, or purchase them, or are they at local zine fest?
Actually, kind of like all of the above. We've this one was actually donated to somebody who had a was had a collection of zines. Here's the map of Portland to help you get there, get to the zine symposium. But yes, some people, someone donated. They knew that we had a collection, and they donated some of these zines to us. Like this one, the zine librarian zines, and this one as well too. This is a zine. What's it say? Zine created by Tanya Flores and Hodgson. Sorry, it's kind of like cut off where it is. And Arnellis Mayer. And it's basically about like periods and personal experiences with it. It has people's writings of like their first period and their experience of family reactions and just everything around that. I can read, let me see it, read one to you like Ariel wrote in this first one. So we just got back from dinner and I went to the bathroom. I pulled down my underwear and there was a spot of blood. I knew it was my period. Out I was still, but I was still embarrassed because I didn't want to tell my dad whose house I was at. So I sat on the couch and reluctantly told my father that I had just got my period. He just laughed and uh over he called my mom and tell her about it. So she got to his house and said, "Congrats, you're a woman now." I was 12. So this is just like this whole thing yeah, reflects on just those personal experiences and also has like the whole chart design for the closing or the last page. So this is the one that was also part of that donation. Yeah, some yeah, like this artist actually asked if she doesn't sell her zines, but when I was asking about it, she actually just gave us some of them. They're on display at her exhibits for you to like read. And I guess she told me that she gives out some of them for I guess part of events. So if you were like at a art performance that she was doing, you might get a hold of one of these.
Do you have
And
them on your website anywhere, like a catalog or like an index or any kind of list? Or like if someone
no,
wants to know what you have? No.
no, we don't. But we would like to have like get to the point where we get like a more organized list of these. I mean, it would even help us with just going through them too, because I try and bring or whenever we go to our have workshops, we try and go through and have things that are as relevant as possible to the groups that we're doing our zine workshops with. So yeah, if we were able to, once we get to the point when we get more organized with this, it would be nice to just be able to know, okay, we got this, and that, and instead of having to kind of look through them. But it is also helpful to look through too to be reminded of what we have and there's always like a surprise and stuff too, some things we've forgotten about. But yeah, that's definitely something to be worked to be worked on for us for sure.
And I know you mentioned Hyde Park Zine Fest. Do you have any plans for another branch library Zine Fest?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, we do. We just confirmed with Jefferson Park that we'll be back there. So teaming up again with Eddie, the librarian over there, and we'll be having the Zine Fest. So make sure you put on your calendars May 24th, 2025. be there or be square. We'll be having a yeah, our Zine Fest there. So we're at the beginning of getting it all together and everything. But yeah, we recently just recently got that. At least we have that date. It'll be when will it be, from 1:30 to 4:30 on that day.
Oh, that's awesome. Congratulations. Yeah, that was a great spot as well with really great zine makers that you're able to print their zines and have them for the community to take for free, which is a really cool um,
Yeah.
thing. And they don't have a circulating collection of zines yet, I believe. Hopefully they, by then maybe, if they need any help, I can help.
Oh yeah. Yes, thank you. Yeah. Yeah. We're definitely planning on trying to do something like that to be able to have printed zines so that community members just come up and get their zines. I know that is we're not allowed to sell zines at the library or sell things, so it's a nice go around too. And and we're planning on we've been able to have prizes too at our past zine fest. So we've been able to raffle off zine kits, so that's been cool too, especially for, yeah, people who get them who are new to it. We have a links to instructions on making your own zine inside of it. We have some materials that people can use to get them started, and we've been able to give out some of those too, and that's been really cool. Actually, Zebo, one of your friends, their daughter won one of those kits, and we've seen her at a couple uh like our zine workshops. She showed up at our couple of zine things. We saw her at the LA Zine Fest, and then she came to one of our workshops. And it's cool to see that her daughter is still making zines on her own with that kit, with those materials.
That's so awesome that you're able to spread zine art through the whole community. Oh yeah, so was it May 24th at Jefferson?
Yeah, May 24th, 1:30 to 4:30.
And that'll be your fourth Library Zine Fest with LA Public Library because first was 2022,
Mhm.
2022 at Baldwin Hills, right when the pandemic was opening up. Because I remember we had to push it back a month because it was going to be way too many people all close in one little room. So we even delayed it a month or two because we were
Yeah,
coming out of the pandemic.
that's right. Right. Yeah, it was like the right after. That was like one of our first, yeah, like our first things, like public things to do too.
Yeah,
So
and then you did Jefferson, and then you did Hyde Park, and you're doing Jefferson again. So I'm glad you're keeping it going with the Zine Fest and the LA Public Library. So thank you. What about at Zine Fest? I think you mentioned Oceanside Zine Fest. So were you tabling that?
Yeah, we're tabling over there. It's the Oceanside, I think it's Zine Fair, Zine and Print Fair. So they also had prints. We were able to show some of the prints that were made in our program too. We have some of our program artists, they made different types of like reliefs and monotypes that we were able to show off there, and then also have them for sale too.
Any other Zine Fest we can look for you at coming up?
Yeah, we'll be at LA Zine Fest. So definitely stop by and say hi. If you see us at over there, we'll have a booth over at the Broad this year on March 1st. So looking forward to that. I can only imagine what it's gonna gonna be like inside the Broad to have a zine fest there. But
Yeah, that's the thing is it's actually outside. So the Zine Fest will be on the grass in
oh
between the museum building and the apartment building. So it'll be like kind of in front of the metro exit. So they'll have tables and chairs on the grass.
okay. I was wondering how that was gonna work. Okay, that's
Yeah, it's
good.
our first outside Zine Fest for LA Zine Fest ever. It's always been inside since 2012. And it's our first 2 day Zine Fest ever. It's always been one day.
Hmm. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's exciting.
So it'll be different. And I'm looking forward to it. March 1st and 2nd, Saturday and Sunday. I believe 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. or something.
Hmm. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, so that we're definitely looking, yeah, we're really looking forward to that one being there. Um, and we'll have some new, I think we'll have some new zines too from our day programs. So that's gonna be exciting to get some of their artwork out there. There's a I go around and I kind of I'm like going to the programs and asking them what they have of what have people been working on and just checking. And it was cool to find out that there's some people that have been working on their own zines. So once we go through those and get some copies of those, we'll be able to have those out for to be distributed too.
And what about the things you make? Do you ever trade or sell those or table for you personally?
I guess not really, not lately. The last one I really did like make a bunch of copies to sell was my donut zine. But and that one was basically it was a guide to donut shops in the LA area. I myself am a huge donut fan, a connoisseur, if you will. So uh, so that's for people who know know me, that's just kind of like in the expected that I would have a donut zine. But
Do you like Simone's Donuts in Long Beach?
I do like Simone's. Simone's is one of my top donut spots. I do like Simone's and Need. I really like Need in Long Beach too. They
Oh,
have a good fancy donut.
oh,
Oh,
Bevy P
a
has a
question?
question. Go ahead.
Hi, I've been having trouble with Zoom all day. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, good, 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 good. Thank you for your presentation. I apologize for coming late. I got really confused. I've been wanting to come to a zine presentation. I have a couple of questions. The event at Jefferson, will it be hands-on? You may have mentioned it, but it sort of went out of my head. Sorry. It'll be a
What time?
presentation like what you gave us today, but will it be hands-on as well for novices like myself?
Yeah, we're gonna plan on having a few things going on. So at the Jefferson Team Fest, and thanks for asking that too for me to clear that up. We're gonna have we'll have different zinesters there that'll be handing out their zines that they've made. Where we have a theme to it too.
Uh-huh.
Um, that everything will kind of go along with. We'll also have we're working on having some presentations and even like a zine workshop. So if you want to
Oh,
get some tips from on making a zine, we'll have some opportunities for people to help you out. And then our organization will be there too. I'll be bringing our a shelf of our some selections from our zine collection too to show off.
And if you're free this Saturday, you're leading a zine workshop at CAM in kind of by USC Expo Park.
Hmm.
It's a really cool area. So, and it's free, right? This Saturday at the
Yeah, free zine workshop Saturday at California African American Museum. It'll start at actually let me look it up. I'm forgetting. Let's
I
see.
went to one of those
Two
with
o'clock.
you before. It's really cool. Yeah, 2 o'clock. So it's like a room and with all the supplies to make a collage zine or any kind of zine. And then I think you bring a little display of your zine library and you have people to walk around and help. So it'll be a really fun zine workshop.
Yeah, and I'll be there too to support it too, helping out. So if you guys
thank
show up to that one too, make sure you stop by and say hello.
This is my first time at this virtual one. As I said, I was late, so I may have missed him. I'm sure I missed important things, but I plan to come to the March one. Will we have a virtual hands-on opportunity to make a zine, or is it typically just presentations, or how is this typically run?
Oh, it's usually a mixture. Lately, it's been a lot of presentations, but in the past, it's also been a lot of hands-on workshops. So I'll make sure for next month that we'll also do a zine together. So we can, that'll be fun
Lovely. I've
also.
been wanting to do this for a long time. Thank you. Have a lot.
Oh, thanks
Thanks.
for coming. And any last minute questions, that's our hour. So we want to let James
Oh yeah.
Thank you,
get
James.
on.
What is your name, the representative for LAPL?
Oh, I'm Ziba, the young adult librarian 3 at Van Nuys Library. So thank you
Thank
all
you
for
so much.
coming to Zine Club. And we try to do this monthly. It used to be twice a month. Now it's more like once a month. But Zoom, we can meet from all over the
Yeah, yeah.
world. And I appreciate your time. Yes, thanks, James, for presenting. I learned so much about your new
Thank you.
Able Arts Work zine collection that's growing and where you're going to be doing Zine Fest at the library coming up and then tabling Zine Fest. And I love hearing the outreach and work you do. So thanks for updating us.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me here too and inviting me. And yeah, and I'll have some of the information for you too, Z. I'll be sending it to you, Ziba, to pass out to anybody that's interested in going to the Zine Fest that we have that we're working on with the library.
Oh, yes, thank you. We'll all be there in person, hopefully at Jefferson Branch, May 24th.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you all. Have a good day. Thank you, James and everyone.
Thank you